So hello everyone, I'm here to talk about keto or the ketogenic diet. It's been in the media a lot lately. You hear a lot of different things, a lot of criticism of the keto diet. I am a practitioner of the ketogenic diet. I've been doing it roughly 6 months, and I've gone down the nutrition rabbit hole for the past 31 years as a combat sports athlete, as a wrestler, as a jiu-jitsu player. I've also done some boxing, some MMA sparring, and I can tell you, I've competed extensively. I can tell you hands down, best nutrition program of my life, ketogenic. So why is there this gap between what I'm saying and what some other experts, guys like Dr. Greger, who I have a ton of respect for, Dr. Jack McDougall, who's something of a legend in with his book series, and other doctors, prominent doctors and researchers slamming the ketogenic diet. Some other people that I really respect slamming it, criticizing it. What's going on? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. A lot of the key criticisms of keto, I agree with. I wholeheartedly agree with a lot of them. Let's look, if you go online and you start looking at ketogenic diets, I guarantee you you're most likely to find like what's going on. This does not look like healthy food. And in my opinion, from my standards, it's not. You have a lot of people promoting keto that are saying, hey, it's okay if you have cheese, it's okay if you have milk, it's okay if you have lard, it's okay if you have bacon, it's okay if you have pork indiscriminately, it's okay if you have, ground beef, it's okay if it's genetically modified, GMO, no big whoop. And a lot of meat for quite a few of the keto people. Let me tell you, that is certainly not my expression of the ketogenic diet. That is not what I abide by. I have very strict and high standards. I'm always seeking the highest quality I can get my hands on. I will bend over backwards to get organic, and I seldom eat meat. I don't recommend that anyone who lives in the United States of America eat much meat because, quite frankly, you simply can't trust it much. And even your best bet is free range, grass fed, or for the people that are hunting, that are getting it out in the wild. But even then, I'm not a huge fan of eating a ton of meat. I probably eat meat maybe 3% of my diet, of my intake. And I have been vegan before. There was about a year and a half, 2 years of my life when I was competing, and I went pretty much vegan, no meat. And I had wonderful results. My cardio was better. I was able to cut weight and make it to a lower weight class. I felt great in a lot of ways. But keto has certainly been even a couple notches above that. The weight cuts I cut 16 and a half, 17 pounds for my last tournament. I got down to about 5% body fat. I can prove that. So I was very lean. I'm an advanced age athlete. I didn't look like the Walking Dead like a lot of combat sports athletes when they cut weight. It was actually a very easy and effortless weight cut, and I felt really good. And I'm about to cut down even lower to 135 pounds, and I haven't been to 135 pounds. I haven't been that low, nor have I competed at that weight in 28 years. So this will be the first time ever. I'll probably be in the 4.5% to 5%-ish body fat range. I'm going to get that third party verified so that everybody can see that I mean it. And I'm going to have to win. It'll be at the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Masters World Championships, no gi, Long Beach, California, mid-December. If everything goes well, I'll have to win several matches to win. So you got to be ready to perform, not just cut the weight, but perform. And I'm doing that with a ketogenic diet. And that's really the only way I can make 135 pounds. Otherwise, it would be very dangerous for me and my health, and I would risk severe dehydration, which I've had before. So, again, where is the disconnect between, you have guys like Dr. Greger, whom I have a ton of respect for, plant-based news, they do some really good stuff. They're slamming keto. Jack McDougall, who's done some great books, and he's a pioneer, he's a nutrition pioneer, and he's written some great books, and he's slamming it. What's going on? Well, again, it's what I said, but also if you look at these perversions of a diet, it's not just confined to ketogenic, guys. If you look at veganism, vegetarianism, paleo diet, Atkins diet, all of these diets, first of all, I'm not a fan of Atkins in any respect. I just think I don't like the standards there at all, and that's high fat. I don't like Atkins at all. Paleo, I think, could work wonderfully for some people if you're really on the high on the plant-based side of it, and if you're lower carbs, if you're really careful with your carbs. Veganism, vegetarianism, I think could be awesome, but how many people are out there in the world, what percentage are truly adhering to all of the principles, the strict principles of what it takes, checking all the boxes of what it takes to be a vegan or a vegetarian? Very few. Maybe probably a decimal of the human population are doing that fantastically and adhering, checking all the boxes. Most people are perverting and messing up veganism and vegetarianism too. You go look, my vegan friends, my vegetarian friends, they're not that healthy. Their thing with pizzas and fake foods and fake this and fake that, and it's like their diets are not that healthy. Come spend a week at Casa de Forza. Come spend a week here, right? Go to jiu-jitsu and wrestling practice with me. Spend a week here. Trust me, we do not deprive ourselves. You're hungry, you eat. And I eat good, and it tastes good. I'm raised Italian. I'm raised a super big eater. That's what got me in trouble with some blood clots and some other things, just eating way too much high carb, which is a de facto sugar, too much of that pushing through the capillaries, the veins, the arteries, in addition to a lot of stress at a young age, not handling it well, got me in trouble. That's why I had to go more to the plant-based and down this ketogenic rabbit hole. But again, you come here to my place, you eat with me, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole with spices, with herbs. We're gonna make it taste good, and it is healthy. Great mind clarity, fantastic, best recovery of my career. And I don't even take any branched chain aminos. I don't take any whey protein. I don't take any of that junk. I don't take any steroids, no HGH, nothing. It's all natural recovery, and ketogenic has just been phenomenal. But again, it's what's your expression of it? Just like vegan, vegetarian. I don't care if you're vegan or vegetarian. Show me your diet. Let me see. Let me judge your particular diet. And a lot of you, it's like, that's a crappy diet, right? You better go meet with the vegetarian and vegan Jedis and fix that, because I don't think that's what they intended. Same thing with keto. I think you are your standards. Quality always matters. And for me, I'm not a big fan of a lot of meat. I'm a huge fan of plant-based. I'm a huge fan of a proponent of lots of veggies, not as many fruits. I tend to monitor fruits because it is sugar, but I do get 3, 4, 5 servings of fruit a day, very active. And I'm a believer, just like Dr. Joseph Mercola said, and Agostino, and Dr. Finney, Dr. Volek, I'm a big believer fat is the superior fuel. Fat is the more efficient fuel. You have to become fat adapted, though. I'm a big proponent of, hey, for most of you, be as high fat as you can tolerate, but with the right healthy fats. I'd say north of 50% fat. I am a big fan of low carb. Carb is de facto sugar. But, you do what you want. You do what you want. I'm not here to tell anybody and say, be holier than thou. I believe that fat is the best fuel, the right fat, right? The right, healthy, organic fats. And certainly, you can't just go and gorge on anything that's fat and just think you can get away with that. That's not it. I think that the plant-based people have a lot of love for the plant-based philosophies. There's a lot of truth there. But I'm sorry, guys, I cannot just eat, plant-based all day as an active athlete, as an active person. I will have too many cravings. I'll be too hungry. I can't. You have to have something to give you satiety. You have to have something to give you a bigger reservoir of energy, and I believe high fat does that. We'll have that discussion more. But again, I am living proof that ketogenic works, the right expression of ketogenic. I have plenty of criticism of a lot of the ketogenic diets out there. I don't like them either, but that can be said of many different diet types and categories, okay? Thank you guys for listening so much.